In 1985, a track emerged that defied expectations and instantly stood out among the wave of electronic pop dominating global charts. The song, known for its catchy chorus and distinct vocal hook imitating a jungle call, was Tarzan Boy. Released under the name Baltimora, it quickly became an international hit, rising in the charts across Europe, the United States, and Asia. Its instantly recognizable refrain and high-energy rhythm made it a defining anthem of 1980s dance pop. However, behind the catchy hook and colorful visuals was a carefully constructed project with layers of ambiguity regarding its origins, execution, and ownership. At the center of Baltimora was Jimmy McShane, a performer from Northern Ireland. Though widely believed to be the vocalist of Tarzan Boy, McShane was not the sole creative force behind the music. The true architect of Baltimora's sound was Maurizio Bassi, an Italian producer and composer. Bassi, already active in the Italian music industry, sought to create a dance pop project that would break through internationally. Rather than forming a traditional band, he assembled a studio-based act designed for rapid, broad market success. McShane, who had a background in performance and stage presence, was brought on board primarily as the public face of the project. The biggest secret surrounding the song involves the vocals. Though McShane appeared in all promotional material, music videos, and live performances, it has been widely reported that the lead vocals on Tarzan Boy were performed by Bassi himself, not McShane. While McShane may have contributed to some of the background or supporting vocals, his main role was to serve as the onstage and video representative of the track. This division of labor was never officially clarified at the time of the song's release, contributing to decades of speculation and confusion regarding authorship and credit. Musically, Tarzan Boy was a unique hybrid. It featured heavy use of synthesizers, a driving dance beat, and a layered production style that borrowed from both European Italo disco and mainstream pop. What set it apart was its signature jungle-inspired vocal phrase, repeated throughout the track. This non-verbal hook became the most memorable element of the song, giving it an identity that transcended language and cultural barriers. The simplicity of the lyrics and the hypnotic repetition of the melody ensured that it lodged in listeners' memories. The track's success was almost immediate. In the United States, Tarzan Boy reached the Billboard Hot 100 and remained on the chart for several months. In Europe, it topped charts in multiple countries and became a staple in clubs and on radio. Its inclusion in movie soundtracks, commercials, and sports events extended its cultural reach. However, the success was short-lived. Attempts to follow up the hit with additional singles and a full album, Living in the Background, failed to replicate its popularity. The public interest faded quickly, and no second hit materialized. The mystique of Tarzan Boy lies partly in its standalone impact. Despite its global success, there was no established band identity, no personal narrative attached to the performer, and no sustained promotional tour. Baltimora did not evolve into a broader musical project. The lack of continuity led many to classify it as a one-hit wonder. However, the song continued to enjoy periodic revivals, including re-releases and its inclusion in films such as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 and Beverly Hills Ninja, as well as sports stadium anthems and internet meme culture. After Baltimora dissolved, McShane disappeared from the public eye. He returned to Italy and lived privately until his death in 1995, reportedly from complications related to AIDS. His passing was not widely reported in major media outlets. Bassi, meanwhile, continued to work in music production, but did not attempt to revive the Baltimora project. The confusion around who actually sang Tarzan Boy remained unresolved officially, and neither Bassi nor the record label released detailed statements to clarify roles or credit. Tarzan Boy remains one of the most recognizable songs of the 1980s, not just for its hook, but for its inexplicable ability to endure without context or continuity. The real secret behind the track is that it was a calculated studio creation, a synthetic musical identity presented to the world through a charismatic figure who may not have even sung the song. The separation between voice and image, artist and performer, was largely hidden from the public, allowing the song to become iconic while the people behind it remained obscured. The anthem's legacy endures because of its audio signature, not its backstory. But when examining the history, the construction of Tarzan Boy reveals a deeper insight into how music was marketed during the 1980s. It was not built on an artist's personal journey or authentic storytelling, but on strategic production, anonymity, and mass appeal. The secret behind the song is not just who performed it, but why it worked without anyone ever really knowing.